there everybody, it is Tegan here again today, and for this video I am going to be talking about my favorite music releases of 2017. This is going to include EPs and albums. I did one of these at the end of 2016 and I loved doing it. I loved reflecting back on what albums and all other music releases occurred throughout the year and just talking about my favorite ones. This isn't going to include songs, it's only going to include EPs and albums just because I want to do another one of my new music releases, like song wise, and so I will be doing another one of those soon, but this is just EPs and albums and I'm very excited to share them with you. I've got my top 10. And then I've also got some other special mentions that I couldn't go without mentioning. I'm going to start with my honorable mentions and then I'm going to be going into my top 10. And my top 10 is going to be in order from 10 being my least favorite of my favorite and number 1 being my absolute favorite release of 2017. Here are my honorable mentions. Lovely Little Lonely by The Maine. After Laughter by Paramore, Night and Day by The Vamps, Great Heights and Nosedives by Rome, which this vinyl, you guys, this pressing, oh my god, like how can something even be this beautiful? I'm sorry, I didn't think that was possible. Gossip by Sleeping with Sirens, Hopeless Fountain Kingdom by Halsey, Evolve by Imagine Dragons, Falling Out by Joy in Motion, Flicker by Niall Horan, and Vacation by Seaway. So yes, those were all of my honorable mentions. I know I've probably forgotten so many, but those were just the ones that I could think of off the top of my head. I'm now going to be going into my top 10 absolute favorite releases of 2017. So like I said, I'm going to be starting at 10, moving my way down to 1. These were extremely difficult to put into order. It took me so long to put into order. I'm probably going to change my mind as soon as I finish recording this video about what order they should be in. But just know I tried so hard to get this into my actual 10 to 1 top 10. Here we go. First off, at number 10 is going to be Harry Styles' Self-Titled. This album is absolutely incredible. I really want to get tickets to go and see him when he comes to Australia next year, because when he came and just did his tour here, he didn't come to Brisbane. He has become my favorite solo project off of One Direction. His voice is mesmerizing. I can't even put into words how absolutely incredible Harry Styles' voice is. My favorite songs off of this album would probably be From the Dining Table, Kiwi. I love Kiwi. Every single time it plays on the radio, I'm like, yes, because his voice, I just can't get over his voice. And then also Woman. But literally every single song on this album is beautiful and incredible. And I love it so much. Next up at number 9 is Reputation by Taylor Swift. I feel like the only reason why this isn't further up on my list is because it came out really late into the year and I haven't had a lot of time to process it, and I've had a lot more time to listen to all of these other albums. But this album is incredible. I got tickets to go and see her next year and I'm so excited. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. It's gonna be my first time seeing her and I've always wanted to see her live. She took such a different direction from all of her other music. Like, if you've listened to any of the songs on this, you would know that it doesn't sound like Taylor Swift. I love this risk that she took and I love just the direction that she's gone in because I feel like it really suits her. If you would like listen to her first album compared to this, it doesn't sound like the same person whatsoever, but I've loved every single stage that Taylor Swift has taken and this one is no different. It is beautiful. I'd say my favorite songs off of this would be Don't Blame Me, Getaway Car, Dancing with Our Hands Tied, and New Year's Day. I could literally listen to this album on repeat and not get bored of it. It is beautiful and I just am so happy that Taylor Swift finally released new music in 2017. Number 8 on my list is going to be What If Nothing by Walk the Moon. This album, you guys, if you know anything about me, you would know that Walk the Moon are one of my favorite bands. They were the first actual concert I ever went to back in 2013, I want to say, 2012. I have loved them since their first album. They are such an incredible band, and this album is no different. This album met all of my expectations. It went above and beyond my expectations. It didn't even just meet them. Honestly, I would put this higher up on my list, but there's just so many good albums that came out this year. Go and listen to this album because I feel like anybody could enjoy it. I would say my favorite songs off of it, oh, there's so many good ones. Surrender, Lost in the Wild, Kamikaze, Headphones, One Foot. Literally, I can't even pick one favorite because they are all incredible. If you want to know my thoughts on one of the songs, I did a reaction to One Foot, which was the first song that they released off of the new album. So I will leave that link down below if you want to go and check that one out. But honestly, go and listen to this entire album because you will not regret it. This album is magnificent, and I really want to get my hands on a physical copy because I'm mad at myself that I haven't done it yet. Number 7 on my list is Divide by Ed Sheeran. Guys, can we just talk about how beautiful this album is? I will never get over Ed Sheeran and how absolutely mind-blowing his voice is and all of his songs are. Like, this album, I couldn't have asked for a better new album from Ed Sheeran. I literally love every single song on this album. If I had to pick like one least favorite, it would probably be Bibia. How do you even pronounce that name? I don't know, but it would probably be that one. But I still love it. Like, it's just really unique. I have loved Ed Sheeran for so long, and I was so happy when he announced that he was releasing a new album, and I was so happy when it was released. I wasn't able to get it on any streaming websites, and I walked down to the music store to pick up this album the day it got out right after school because I was not missing out on listening to this album on the day it was released. Like, I needed to. My favorite songs on here would probably be New Man, What Do I Know, Save Myself, Happier, Dive, Supermarket Flowers. Literally, oh, thank you, Ed Sheeran. Number 6 on my list of my favorite releases of 2017 is Okay by As It Is. I love the concept behind this album. I love every song on this album. Wow. I only got into As It Is end of last year, beginning of this year. It would have been end of 2016, like probably the last few months of 2016. And when this album came out, I became obsessed with it. It was all I listened to for so long because every single song on here is perfect. They all tell such an amazing story. Even if you look through the lyric booklet, all of the artwork is like, it looks like nice, but then if you look like closer, then you can see like some pretty gruesome stuff. I saw As It Is live in February when they were touring this album in Australia, and just them live, like, wow. Like, these songs live, I can't even express my love for these songs, recorded and live. I'd say my favorite songs on here, Patchwork Love was my favorite song on here at the beginning. Austin, Until I Return, The Coast Is Where Home Is. If you are going to listen to any song on this album, go and listen to The Coast Is Where Home Is because wow. Number 5 on my list is The Peace and the Panic by Neck Deep. How do I even express my love for this album? I didn't really even know about these guys at the beginning of the year because I only really got into them after I saw them live with All Time Low in May. And after that, I just became obsessed with them. Like, I listened to all of their music. When this album came out, I couldn't deal. Like, this album is just incredible. It's printed. I don't think you guys are ready for this. I honestly don't think you're ready for this. Look at this pressing. That side's okay. Look at the other side. What? I'm sorry. What? I am a sucker for beautiful vinyl pressings. I am obsessed with every single song on this album. Parachute is amazing. In Bloom, Wish You Were Here, 1970 something. 1970 something is literally the saddest song I have ever heard. When I first listened to this album, I was not really paying attention. I kind of just put it on. I think I was in legal studies. I just put this album on because it had come out that morning and I hadn't had a chance to listen to it, and I put it on while I was doing my work. So I listened to 1970 something through and didn't really process what the lyrics were saying. And then later on, I was walking to another class and 1970 something came on, and I just started listening to the lyrics. And listen to this song and you will understand why it's the saddest song ever, because there's some deep stuff. All throughout this album there's some deep stuff, but definitely go and pick this up if you are into pop punk. Even if you aren't into pop punk, this album is incredible, and I guarantee you at least like 1 or 2 songs off of it, no matter what music you like listening to. Number 4 on my list is an EP, and that is the New Heights EP by Shorelines. Shorelines are an absolutely incredible band. They are a Brisbane pop punk band, and I've seen them live quite a few times, and they're such amazing guys, and then this EP is just absolutely amazing, and go and check them out. You need them in your life. They are incredible. They could not have released a better first release than what they did with this, because every single song on this, all 4 of the songs on this EP, blew me away. That is why it's at number 4 on my list. My favorite song on here is Brighter Day, but then like every other song on here is obviously amazing as well. But definitely go and check this out. Oh look, would you look at that? I honestly didn't plan this. I just put this shirt on. I am wearing a Shoreline shirt. Go and check them out. They're incredible. This EP is incredible. Number 3 on my list honestly would have been number 1. 100% would have been number 1. The only reason it's not number 1 is because it's an EP. It's not a full album, and it also only has 3 songs on it, so that's why it's not number 1. Otherwise it 100% would be number 1, because these guys are my favorite band. That is the Imagine This acoustic expansion pack by Forever Ends Here. If you guys don't know, if you've never watched my channel before, Forever Ends Here were my favorite band. They're breaking up. This EP is absolutely incredible. It has 3 songs on it. Like the title says, it is an acoustic expansion pack off of their album, which is called Imagine This. And there's one song called Fell From The Stars, which is an acoustic version of Fell From The Stars off of the album. And then there's also 2 new songs, Remember December and Voices. Voices, hands down, is my favorite song on this EP. It is beautiful. The story behind the song is amazing. The lyrics are breathtaking. Luke wrote a little paragraph when he released the song. Luke's the lead singer. He also writes all the songs. He wrote this little paragraph with the song about what the song meant to him, and it's beautiful. But this, the Voices, is just such an incredible song. This entire EP is beautiful. Luke's voice never fails to impress me. I will never get over how beautiful this EP is, how amazing this band is. They are actually going on tour starting next week. If you live in Australia, there are still tickets available. I'm just gonna mention this. I don't know how many people that watch my videos live in Australia, but they are going on tour starting next week. The first show is on the 5th in Adelaide. They're going to Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Sydney. I'm going to all 4 shows. I'm actually going to be vlogging the entire tour, and so that will be happening. I'll be doing a video per city. But yeah, if you're in Australia, go and buy tickets to this tour because you will not regret it. It's the last time you'll ever see them. Tickets are only 20 bucks. But yes, that's not the point of this video. This EP is incredible, and you all need to go and check it out if you haven't, because it makes me cry every single time. Number 2 on my list of favorite releases of 2017 is From the Outside by Hey Violet. I have been following these guys for so long. They're under 5 Sauce's management, because 5 Sauce, they're under a record label, but then they also have their own management called Higher Hey Records, and Hey Violet is under that management. And so I found out about them when 5 Sauce put them on their management label. This album, It's their first full length as Hey Violet. They've only released 2 EPs previously. I mean, what can I even say about this? This is insanely beautiful. There's so many different songs on this album. It just makes for such an interesting listen. It makes for such a beautiful listen. Literally pretty much anybody could enjoy this, unless the only music you listen to is like super heavy metal. You could probably enjoy this album because there is a song for everybody on this. I will never get over how much I love this album. Also, look at this pressing. It's like a clear, see-through, opaque teal color. Wow. My favorite songs on this would have to be ODD, Unholy, Like Lovers Do, This Is Me Breaking Up With You, Fuckboy. Honestly, like every single song, I'm not even joking, every single song on this album is incredible, and that would be why it's number 2 on my list. Overall of the releases in 2017, that would be why it's on number 2, because I literally am so obsessed with this entire album. Go and check it out if you haven't. Finally, number 1 on my list. We finally reached number 1. Do I even have to explain myself? I mean, All Time Low are like top 3 favorite bands for me. This album blew me away. It's a bit different from their other stuff. It's not as pop punky as their other stuff. There's a lot more pop bangers on this album, but honestly, I am obsessed with this album. I listen to it so much. Like, I just can't stop listening to this album, and I don't think I ever will, because literally every single song on here blows my mind every single time I listen to it. Honestly, this probably became to no surprise of people that have been watching my videos for a while, because I did do a full reaction to this album, and this is I think the only band on this list that I did a concert diary for this last year. I'm like honestly speechless, at a loss of words for how much I love this album. Go and check this out if you haven't, because you need it in your life. Like, need it in your life. I'd have to say my favorite songs on here: Good Times will always be up there, Nice to Know You, Nightmares is beautiful. The lyrics in that song, the story, the theme behind that song is beautiful. Afterglow, Life of the Party, literally could not ask for a better album from All Time Low. And it had been so long since they had released music, and I did not expect them to be releasing new music in 2017, but they did it, and they toured, and wow. I'm still waiting for them to come back to Australia and tour this album, because when they came in May, the album was not out yet. There was only 3 songs off of the album when they toured Australia. I don't think they will come, because Australia rarely gets full album tours with All Time Low, but I really want them to. Off track, this album's incredible. Go and listen to it. You need it in your life. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm not exaggerating. You need this album in your life. Alright, so that is going to be about it for this video today. I'm sorry if it was a bit long. I kind of lose track of how much I'm talking when I'm talking about music because I love it so much, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. Let me know your top 5 or top 10 music releases down in the comments below. I will be doing one of these for my top 10 favorite books of 2017, so if you would like to see that, that will be coming out soon. There was so much good music that came out in 2017, and like I said earlier on, that I am probably forgetting so many, so let me know down in the comments if I'm forgetting any, because I know I probably am, but I would love to know what your favorite releases were. So let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, you can give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And you can subscribe to my channel if you want to be told when I make new videos. And yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. And that is going to be about it for this video today. I'm Tegan, this is Bookwormia, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!